A mother was asked to look at a photo of her dead child and give the 59 injuries he suffered, as she gave evidence at his murder trial, at a murder trial in the High Court in Christchurch today. Troy Taylor is in fact on trial at the High Court for assaulting and murdering Ihaka Stokes at home in 2015. His partner and Ihaka's mother, 21-year-old Mikala Stokes, was the first person to give evidence in the trial. Conan Young is covering the case for us. A short time ago, I asked him how Ms Stokes stood up to pretty rigorous questioning from the Defence Counsel.
Well, look, the defence lawyer, Phil Shammy, said that Mikala Stokes really relied on Troy Taylor to help care for Ihaka. She considered him a stepfather to the child, even though it wasn't his actual child. The defence lawyer said that she was young, she was only 19 at the time, she was heavily pregnant, and that this meant that she was subject to mood swings and that she was very tired. She was heard in court a lot about the text messages that she sent to Troy Taylor, asking for help on the day that Ihaka Stokes was found unconscious in his cot. She sent a text message to him earlier that day saying, "Look, I'm about to go insane, I really need you to get home." However, Mikala Stokes, under questioning, said, look, it might have been a hard day, but she was fine, she was coping. She said that when she lost patience that day, she just put Ihaka Stokes down and walked away. We also heard about the police interview that she gave just 3 hours after her son was declared dead that evening. And in this interview, I'll just read out what she said to the police when they asked her whether or not she had harmed her own son. And she said, "I don't know," and then it said that she laughed, and then said, "Not that I know of." That's in response to a question around did she harm her own son. She then, in the police interview, talked about her habit of sleepwalking, although she said in court today it wasn't something she'd actually done since she was a 10-year-old child. She said this to the police as a way to put them off the trail. She said at the time she didn't want her partner, Troy Taylor, to go down for killing her son, and she was trying to put them off the trail.
So that's Mikala Stokes, Ihaka's mum. Troy Taylor is the accused, and it's been revealed today he will be giving evidence in his own defence.
That's right, yes, and look, his lawyer today put it to Mikala Stokes that Troy Taylor would be taking the stand, and he would be saying that the night that Ihaka Stokes was found dead in his cot, that the little boy was really unwell, that he described him as being floppy that evening, and the defence lawyer says this is because it was Mikala Stokes that afternoon had actually harmed her own son. The lawyer also put it to her today that she had actually killed the boy. She said no, look, she'd never harm one of her own children.
There were some harrowing moments in court, I understand, Conan, when the 111 call Mr Taylor made was played to the jury.
This was one of the hardest things I think I've ever had to listen to in court, John. It was terrible. You could just hear the caller giving Troy Taylor advice on how to perform CPR on this child who was unresponsive. Mikala Stokes has talked about the child not breathing, but every 5 minutes or so gasping for breath, obviously just trying to struggle to stay alive. As this 111 call was being played, Mikala Stokes, who was in the dock, had her head in her hands. She was crying. Troy Taylor, he had his head in his hands, was crying as well. The jury were really struggling listening to this as well. It was obvious, and so as well as the 111 call, just as bad, we had some photos, or a photo, sorry, of Ihaka Stokes after he'd passed away, put up on a screen. This is the first time that Mikala Stokes had seen a photo of her boy after he'd passed away. She was asked to look at this and asked whether or not she had been responsible for any of the 59 injuries that he'd suffered. That included head injuries, his fractures to his shoulder blades, which it was said in court would require a lot of force to be used. So yeah, really tough in court today.
Conan Young, who was in court.